Just beginning to feel how you are right now as you sit in some seat that feels comfortable and easy for you to create a sense of connection and groundedness through your being. You might close your eyes or keep your eyes open. Do what feels good to you in terms of arriving into your body. Use your breath. And as you turn your focus to your breath, you might expand your rib cage. You might lengthen your spine and lift up through the crown of your head. And feel for allowing your shoulders and shoulder blades to just rest on your back, your arms relaxed, elbows in towards your body. And feel how you are right now. And feeling for any kind of dark, sludgy, or stagnant energy or stuck spots. It could be like a physical stuckness. And just setting an intention to shed the light of our yoga practice, our movement, our embodiment together to move out some of that stuck, sludgy, dark stuff out of the way. So if your eyes are closed, open your eyes and reach your arms out to your sides and keep the shoulders relaxed. And we'll do a wrist stretch here. Spread out the bones of your hands, all the fingers spreading wide. And then exhale one finger at a time into a fist and roll your two fists down. Feel a stretch across your arm and relax your shoulders and shoulder blades. Find a sense of ease. Turn your palms, face them forward. Inhale. Exhale, thumb in, fingers around the thumb, light squeeze there, and send the fists out. So you're on this, like you're pouring 2 pitchers of water, and that'll stretch your thumb where it meets the wrist. And back to the first one. Inhale, spread the bones of your hands out wide. Exhale, bring one finger at a time into a fist and roll the knuckles down. Turn your palms forward. Inhale. Exhale, thumb in, fingers around the thumb, light squeeze there, and open up that thumb joint where it meets the wrist. And release. Bring your hands down onto the mat in front of you. Your fingers point back towards your shins, and you can open up, and less is more, with everything, and especially with the wrist, be really gentle. So here, only going where it feels good, and spread out the fingers. You can have the palm really high up and the thumb up, and just creating a little bit of a stretch through the forearm. Taking another couple breaths here. Feel your sit bones rooting into the earth, long lower back. And release. Let's stretch out the legs. Have a seat maybe on your blanket if you need to. We'll go into a seated spinal twist, Marichyasana here. Bring your right foot in, right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, hug around the front of the shin. Relax your shoulders and shoulder blades down. Inhale, grow your spine up tall. Use your exhale to twist. And do that again. Inhaling, grow the spine up tall. Use your exhale to twist. And then open up that knee greater than 90 degrees. We'll go into a side bend with the one leg out. Walk your left hand down the inside of the leg. Reach your right arm up and exhale that arm up and over by your ear. And then as you're here over the next several breaths, feeling for creating space just by breathing. You feel the reach through that arm and relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And maybe you want to relax your neck. I like to let the head hang to the side. And sometimes it feels good to me to turn the chin down towards the earth. You find a good spot for you. And then breathing in there, feeling for any amount of tightness or stuckness around the right side ribs or the neck, maybe even those left ribs. Can you lengthen the bottom hand, lengthen bottom ribs as well? And coming into a neck release, take your top arm and reach it back. You might come up a little bit if you've gone pretty deep into the side bend. So just allowing the reach of your right hand back to the side, let it hover above the floor and let your head hang to the side and feel this neck stretch. And maybe you add a slight turn of the chin towards the earth. That'll move the stretch. You got to dial this in for yourself. Take a little time here, breathing into, it might feel good to move slowly or hold. Just breathing into whatever stretch feels good to you in your neck. Clearing out, moving out the stuckness just by breathing and intentionally connecting our breath to our movement. And let's come on up. Keep your head heavy. So you're going to retrain your body to take a really slow rise up and pick your head up so you don't grip again in your neck. And let's go to this second side. Oh, we'll start with a twist. Bring your left foot in, left hand behind you. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, reach around, hug around the front of the shin. Relax your shoulders down. Inhale, grow your spine up tall. Use your exhale to twist. And then expand your rib cage again. Use your exhale to twist. Release. Open up the knee, greater than 90 degrees between the knee and the leg, and walk your right hand down the inside of the leg. Take that left arm, reach it up and over by your ear. Relax your shoulders and shoulder blades down. Let your head hang. And fill your breath into the stretch that you've created. So you might feel it along the back of the leg, spread out the bones of your feet, both feet. Just feeling into your whole setup from that left sit bone to the outer left knee. Feel your root and then expand from there. So as you breathe into the left side of ribs, maybe the right side lengthens, letting your head be heavy, neck relaxed. And then take your top arm and reach it back to the left, letting the hand hover above the earth and moving into your neck release. So sometimes you might not feel anything, and it might be that you're still habitually gripping your neck. So it can help to just do something different, like, relax your bottom jaw, opening up the mouth slightly, or turning your head towards the earth. Find a good spot where you actually feel that you're stretching the left side of your neck. And with a relaxed neck, we're going to come up nice and slow. Help your heavy head upright, pick your head up, and then come forward to all fours. You'll go into your cat-cow. So starting to move the spine. And if you have sensitive knees or you're on a harder floor, maybe putting some padding underneath your knees. So really feeling how you can best take care of yourself. This is a self-care practice as well as a self-study practice. So, you're watching, like, do you have resistance to taking care of yourself? I know for a long time I did. Like, I didn't want to pad my knees for whatever reason. And take a shimmy, take a shoulder roll, find some free movement here in your cat-cow that would feel good today. Let's just start to move. Movement is so good for, brushing off the cobwebs, quite quite literally, whatever kind of got stuck from your day, you can start to move. And bring your right foot forward. Tuck the back toes under. You might put blocks underneath your hands or fingertips on the mat in your runner's lunge. You got a strong reach through that back leg and deep bend in the front knee so the hips descend towards the earth. Draw your arm bones back and send your chest and collarbone forward. Draw your right hip more back. Left hip moves a little bit more forward. And then bring your right arm up and take a twist here. Find a good spot for your neck. So you never have to crane your neck around or look up. You can always keep your eyes closed and feel inside, or just looking down can also help you relax your neck. Take a deep inhale, opening up your chest. And then exhale the hand down. Bring the knee down, the back knee, and move your front foot, your right foot forward. Any amount. Ardha Hanumanasana. We're folding forward over a straight or straight-ish front leg and just letting your body drape forward. Feeling for opening up the hamstring and the upper back. And then moving on to the second side, same thing, second side. This is lunge, runner's lunge. Step your left foot forward, tuck the back toes under. You're up on your fingertips, draw your arm bones back and send your chest forward. Lower your hips towards the earth, fire up that back leg, draw the right hip forward, the left hip back. And stay and breathe. And then let's go into a twist. Take your left arm up, lift up, stretch open, spreading across your collarbones, opening up your chest and your heart. And then exhale the hand down, the back knee down, Ardha Hanumanasana, folding over your front leg. All right, from here, step back and make your way into downward facing dog. So you can set up this first downward dog any way that feels really good to you. Maybe you take it really wide. Like sometimes I take my feet out as wide as the mat, even my hands as wide, and just experience what that feels like. Maybe bending the knees, maybe you're just walking it out. Just experiment, feel. The next several breaths are yours. Just to feel. Where does your body want to move? Where does your body want to open? Maybe you want to come into child's pose. Honor that. All right, bring your knees down to the mat and turn around. Let's do some core work so we can connect to our strength from our center before we do any more movement. So coming into elbow to knee, laying down on your back, you can choose to have your knees right over your hips, or you might work with your feet down. Feet down might be more supportive on your back, but you get to decide. Another way that you can support your back is we take the straight leg out about 45 degrees. Take the leg straight up. If you go up at 90, that'll help you connect to your core and is supportive to the lower back. So you get to feel that out for you. Clasp your hands behind your head. Inhale, head and shoulder blades up off of the mat. Breathe your lower back, top rim of sacrum down, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the left, straighten your right leg and pull the lower belly down to the spine. Inhale, come back to center, press lower back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the right, straighten the left leg and pull the lower belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Press lower back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, twist left, straighten right leg, pull belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Feel your lower back in the top rim of your sacrum. That's the lowest part of your spine. And curl just the tailbone up. Feel if you can lift your shoulder blades a little bit higher and then twisting to the right. You're not laying down on your right shoulder. You want to come up. Don't twist as far and control it. That'll turn on your obliques. Inhale, come back to center, pressing the lower back down. Curl your tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the left, straighten the right leg. Pull the lower belly down. Engage deepest part of your core. Inhale, come back to center. Press lower back down, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twist to the right, straighten your left leg and pull the belly down. All right, come to center, hug your knees into your chest and just rock a little bit side to side. And then come on up. Let's go all the way up to stand from here. And we'll move through some sun salutations. But before we do suns, let's open up the shoulders. Put your hands on your shoulders, like little caps on your shoulders, and then rotate your chicken wings around. And then change the opposite direction. Good. Bring your hands together and then in, and let the backs of the hands come together, and you'll rotate in whatever direction. You let the hands spin, backs of the hands together, rotate the hands. This is great for warming up the shoulders and the elbows, also the wrists, which we need when we're moving through a sun salutation sequence. All right. Let's come up to the front of the mat. If you want to pad your knees, you can. Standing at the top of your mat in Tadasana, your feet hip distance apart, standing strong. Tadasana is mountain pose, standing effortlessly like a mountain. Take a deep inhale here. You might recognize what has already cleared for you, just in a small amount of movement. You can always do just that opening, can change so much. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, folding forward, soften around the knees to protect your hamstrings. And let's take the right foot back. And you'll come into a high lunge with the knee up, unless it feels better and more stable with the knee down. Arms by your ears, reaching up. Good. And exhale your hands down. Put your back knee down and reach your arms up one more time. And then exhale, take your right elbow to the left thigh. Take a twist here, fist with the bottom hand. That'll help protect the wrist as well. You can always do prayer, that's great. It's just a lot on the wrist. So just an offer to protect your wrist that way. I also feel like I get a little more of a twist. Release, bring the hands down. Step back to your plank position. You can stay in plank with the legs straight or bend your knees straight down. As you lower, turn on your upper back muscles, shoulders away from the floor and away from your ears the whole way down. Low cobra, inhale with your hands 10 inches in front of your shoulders, grip the floor, reach back through your feet, pull your chest forward and up. Exhale, come all the way down and back to downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. You can have the knee up or down. Inhale. Here, arms up over your ears. And exhale, hands down. Bring the back knee down, reach your arms up, and exhale, twist. Left elbow to the right thigh. And twist. Release, hands down, step up to the front of your mat. And inhale, come all the way up. Reach your arms up over your head, extend and lengthen. Exhale, hands to your heart. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Take the left foot back this time and come into your lunge, knee up or down. And exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. Exhale, lower. Low cobra, inhale. Exhale, back, downward dog. Lunge, step the left foot forward between the hands. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, step up to the front of your mat. And inhale, come on. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's add on, bend your knees, lower your hips, inhale into chair. Exhale, fold forward. Fingers on your shins, on your blocks, on the floor, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Then put the hands down on the mat and step all the way back to plank. Exhale, lower. Cobra or low cobra. The difference is just how far away from your body you place your hands. Low cobra, the hands are further forward, and that can be really healing for the lower back. Press down, back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step up to the front of the mat. And come on up into chair pose. Inhale. And exhale, twist to the left. And release. Step back to plank. We're going to get that second side in a moment. Coming back to plank, you're going to lower down. Cobra. Exhale back. Step your right foot forward into your lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step up to the front of your mat. Bend the knees. And exhale, twist the left elbow to the right thigh. And release. Fold forward. Let's step back one more time. And this time, come all the way down onto your belly. Let's roll through a few cobras. Put your hands right in front of your shoulders. Press the tops of the feet down. Use your hands, pull your chest forward and up, and exhale, ease your way down. And then do that a few more times, rolling up any height that feels good to you. So it doesn't really matter how high you want to keep your lower back long and the legs engaged. The hands scrape back towards the back of the mat. And come on down. And let's head back to downward facing dog. And step your right foot forward into warrior two. And add in some shoulder shrugs here. So you'll relax your arms in front of your thighs. Take a deep inhale into your upper back. Holding that breath, lift your shoulders up by your ears. Take your shoulders straight back. Now squeeze the shoulder blades together and drag them down. Send your skull bones upward. Inhale into your upper back. Exhale, move the middle border of the shoulder blades together and draw down. Bend your elbows. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, send the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together and draw down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale into upper back. Hold the breath, take your shoulders up, move your shoulders back, shoulders together and down as you exhale. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, move your shoulder blades straight back together and draw them down. Bend your elbows. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, send the bottom tips of the shoulder blades and the elbow tips towards each other, squeeze together and draw down. Now float your arms out to the sides. Take a big breath here and exhale into extended side angle. Right forearm lightly on the thigh. Bring the left arm up and over by your ear. And draw your right ribs up away from the thigh and that right shoulder down. And lengthen that whole left side of your body. You've got a strong reach through that back leg. Press back into the outer edge of your left foot. And long reach through your fingertips. From here, bring the left hand to your hip, straighten your front leg, put your right hand onto the shin, and come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. You could adjust the feet if that feels good to you. You could also keep the legs this wide and really press into the ball of your front foot and into the outer edge of your back foot. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, spread the chest and the collarbones. Great place for a neck release. And then sweep your top arm up and over by your ear and all the way down to the earth. Step back to plank and slowly come down. You can add in upward facing dog or take a cobra or skip those if it would feel better to spend more time in downward dog. And then head back to downward facing dog. And we'll come into warrior two on the second side. Step your left foot forward. Relax the arms in front of your thighs. Let's do a round of shoulder shrugs. Inhale into your upper back. Holding that breath, take your shoulders up, shoulders straight back, squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw down. Inhale into your upper back. Exhale, move the middle border of the shoulder blades together and down. Bend your elbows. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, send the bottom tips of the shoulder blades, the elbow tips together and draw down. Relax the arms. Inhale into your upper back. Hold the breath, shoulders up, shoulders straight back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw down. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, move the middle border of the shoulder blades together and draw down. Bend your elbows. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, bottom tips of shoulder blades and elbow tips towards each other, squeeze together and draw down. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, forearm onto the thigh. Extend your right arm up and over by your ear. Root back through the outer edge of your back foot. Very deep, steady breath. From there, take the top arm, you can reach it up and let that bring you into triangle pose. Feel how that feels. Maybe you want to step your feet closer, maybe you want to use a block. Draw the shoulders down away from your ears. Turn on your legs. Your legs are pressing away from each other. They're also pulling inward. Zip the inner thighs in and up towards your center. Good place to let your head hang and relax the neck. from here. Bring your hands down. Come all the way down to all fours. We'll do dolphin pose, which is a forearm downward facing dog. Put your forearms down on the mat. You can take your hands around your upper arm and either clasp the hands or have your forearms parallel. Tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back. So you're pressing your forearms forward and down, and you're taking your right leg up. If you want to, fine to keep your feet down. And if you've got that leg up, keep the toes pointing straight down, reach back through that whole leg, lengthen your spine, draw the front ribs in, press forward and down through your arms. Relax your neck, deepen your breath. If the leg is in the air, bring it down, take your left leg up. If you're up and you want to come down, by all means, take a child's pose. Keep your left toes pointing straight down and reach back. Zip your inner thighs straight back. Lengthen both sides of your ribs. Relax your neck. Spread your upper back so that, I'm very bendy in my lower back, so I have to go upward and lift the sit bones up and drag the front ribs in towards my back body. And bring that leg down and come back into downward facing dog. Warrior one with eagle arms. Step your right foot forward. There she is. She made it back. All right. So put your left elbow on top of the right. You're in eagle with your right foot forward in warrior one. Welcome back, Corinne. Glad you made it. Shoulder blades down. We're on first side of warrior one with Garudasana, eagle arms. Relax your shoulders down. Move your elbows and your arms forward and up. So taking this opportunity here, it's a pretty great opportunity to feel your strength and stability from your legs. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Bring your left butt, left side of sacrum a little more forward. And then grow your spine right up out of the pelvis, lifting your hips, your elbows. And release that. We'll go into a twisting warrior or twisting lunge. Reach your left arm up and exhale, left elbow to the right thigh. You can stay with warrior legs, the back heel spinning down to the earth, or pick it up and come into a lunge. Do what's going to feel the best to you. So as you twist, create more space. So feeling twists are really great for wringing out old stagnant energy, and quite literally they energize and revitalize the spine. You need a stable base. Send your right shin forward and your right hip back. So that leg's dynamic. And you reach back through your outer left heel. And then bring your breath into the area that you're twisting, your rib cage. Expand there. And exhale, twist. Release your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. Exhale, lower. Upward dog or cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward into warrior one with Garudasana arms. Your right elbow on top of the left. Move the elbows and the arms forward and up. Deepen the bend in your front knee. Spin that back heel back. So you really, you have an anchor there of your leg. And then feel where you can create more space just by feeling internally. How's your breath? And where could you breathe more? Moving into the twist, release the arms, inhale your right arm up, exhale, take the right elbow to the left thigh. Lift your rib cage up away from the thigh, lengthen your right side ribs, then exhale, twist, draw the shoulders down, deepen the bend in your left knee, so your left shin is energetically moving forward and your left hip is moving back. Release, put your hands down. Here's an opportunity to go upside down if you wish. This is dolphin. We just did dolphin at the wall. And if you're not going upside down, you will do dolphin, and you can do dolphin with the palms facing up. We just did it with the palms facing down. Turn your palms up. So this is what's touching the earth, the backs of the hands and the forearms. And if you're going to go upside down, this is an L shape. The view from where my camera is not going to show you the L, but what you want is to trial and error. You want your shoulders over your elbows. You've got the dolphin shape with the upper body, and then you walk your feet up the wall. And then you might take a leg up. It's about 5 breaths each leg. If your palms are up, you're not going up the wall. You just keep your feet down. You might take a leg up, but if it's your first time in dolphin with the palms facing upward, it's enough just to come into it for a few breaths. Finish, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward and come into warrior 2. Reach your arms out. Archer arms, this is Gomukhasana arms. Your right arm up, pat yourself on the back. Bring your left hand up your back. Doesn't matter if the hands meet. You can grab clothing or drop your strap down. Maybe you can reach the hands together. Now relax your right side of neck and right shoulder. Relax your jaw. Feel the support of your strong legs. And then move your breath around. Your breath follows intention. You can really create some inner awareness just by breathing into any area that's asking for a little extra attention today. Find out. From here, release the arms, straighten the front leg, turn Prasarita Padottanasana, all 10 toes pointing straight ahead, and you want to make sure your legs are, your feet are on a like imaginary line. You don't have one foot in front of the other. Reach back, interlace your fingers. Lift your chest and exhale, fold forward. And roll out your shoulders, pressing into the outer edge of your feet. And if this is challenging, grab a strap and hold on to a strap so your hands are wider. And you can also bend your knees. Release out of that. You'll walk your hands back up to the front of the mat. Step back to your plank, coming through a cobra or an upward dog on this round. And back to downward facing dog. Warrior 2 with your left leg forward. Grab your strap if you need it. Gomukhasana arms. Deepen the bend in the front knee. Pat yourself on the back. And maybe you bind. You don't have to. This is a great shoulder opener. Can you breathe into the left shoulder and shoulder blade? And relax the left side of your neck. Relax your jaw. So the arm, if it's pushing your head forward at all, move the arm out of the way. Free up the neck, your skull bones just lengthening upward. Release. Reach the arms out. Bring your hands onto your hips. Turn the toes, prasarita. This time, keep the hands on the hips for the first part. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Drag your shoulders up away from your ears and let your head hang. Shake your head out, yes and no. I'm feeling the stability of your legs. And you might be able to soften through the knees, shift your weight forward a little bit, just to take it more into a hamstring stretch if you need it. And to protect the hamstrings, bend your knees. Draw your shoulders up away from your ears, elbows up skyward. Relax the back of the neck. Release your hands. Come to all fours. Your next playtime is either downward dog with one leg up, and you can bend the knee and open up the hip. If you have a wall, you might take your downward dog at the wall. And there's two different variations you can do. One is to walk the legs up the wall, make an L shape. And the other is just to have one foot on the wall. So you could be here in your downward dog and take one leg up with the toes on the wall. And if you have more room to move, you could walk your hands in. Or you could be here and walk your feet up the wall. And all else fails, you're on your mat, you've got one leg up in your downward facing dog. So 5 breaths each leg. And if this is new to you, you know, 1 breath is great. If it's scary and you try it, yay, that's awesome. And if it's scary and you don't try it, yay, that's awesome too. Let's take a forward fold, Uttanasana. When you come down from whatever you're doing, make your way to Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Hold the elbows, opposite elbows, and let your upper body just hang forward. Shake your head out, yes and no. All right, come into your downward facing dog. From downward dog, step your right foot forward and have your legs in a warrior 2 shape. Your hands to the floor on the inside of your right leg. So you're down in a shape like this. So your legs are in a warrior 2, but your hands are on the floor. This is my right leg. I'm going to straighten the right leg and bend the back knee. And I spun the heel in and up. So in my body, this feels okay. It might not feel great. And here's what you do if it doesn't feel good. So this is called Skandasana. You could be here You could have your hips up with the heel down and your hands on the mat. This is also really great. So just feeling what feels good. Maybe both things feel good. It's a big hip opener. And some of us can find the balance and the equilibrium here to have the arms out. Sit bones towards each other, pointing through that straight leg and pulling belly in and up. So you're really connected to your core, and fine to have hands here, fine to be here. And here, reach through the right toes, press the ball of the right foot on the mat, and then let your hips be about as high as your knee. And feel into that. This is a big stretch. From here, straighten that both legs, and now have the feet point the same direction the way that we just did. You're going to hold on to your left leg and arc the right rib. So we're doing a lot of side bending and twisting today. And like I said, it's really about clearing and shaking up energy, creating a little more flow, perhaps. Like energetic flow. Using the twist to wring out and the side bends to create space. One more stage of this. This is a weird one. My left arm, I'm holding onto my left leg. My left arm is going to come forward of both thighs. And this, my yoga teacher used to call this egg beater. It's a weird twist where you're underneath your right arm, or you're all twisted up like this. Release, walk your hands up to the front of the mat, step back to plank, lowering through cobra or upward facing dog, and back to downward facing dog. Warrior two legs, step your left foot forward. So this is Skandasana. So you start, you've got your feet set up in warrior two, and you're down low. Then walk your hands back and straighten the left leg, and you're back here by your right leg. So you're maybe here with the foot down and the hips higher. This is better on knees and lower back, or down here, or both. These are great postures for opening up the hips. And if you find that Mula Bandha, the root lock, lift from your sit bones. Feel how that feels. It's a new one maybe for you, or you could be here. All right, from here, here's some weird ones. All right, Prasarita with a twist, Pravrita. So holding on to your right leg, arc your left ribs. By, instead of twisting towards the right leg, you're going to twist away from it. And then you can add on by taking your right arm, crossing it, threading it in front of your thighs and holding onto your opposite thigh. This might mean you need a strap on your left leg. And unwind. You're going to roll your way up to stand, and we will round out our practice with a standing balancing pose. So that was a lot of twisting and splits, like hamstringy stuff. So we'll round it out with standing balancing twist. Standing on your left leg, left hand to the right knee, and you take a twist. Maybe you hold on to the foot, or you can grab somewhere along that leg. You don't have to go to straightening this top leg. Standing leg should be relatively straight. I hyperextended my knees, so I need a little micro bend and to really focus into lifting the kneecap. Relax the shoulders down, spread your chest and your collarbone. And release. Let's go to the second side. Stand on your right leg. Right hand to the left knee. Relax your shoulders down and grow your spine tall. And release. Let's have a seat. So you're seated and grab your blanket if you need to. Upavishta Konasana. So same position we were doing standing, seated with the legs wide now. Knees and toes point straight up. Let's do a side bend to each side first. Walk your hand down your right leg, and you can rest the hand on the leg. You can come to the inside of the leg, take the top arm, reach it up and over. And then for your neck, relax the bottom jaw away from the top jaw. Let your head be heavy. Spread out the bones of the feet, push through the heels. And root your left hip and your left sit bone more down. And take your top arm. Let the top arm lift you up so the neck doesn't do any work. And you're going to slide over to the second side, down the inside of the left leg. Root your right hip and right leg down. Take the right arm, reach it up and over by your ear. And take that top arm, lift yourself up, and you'll walk your hands to the inside, any amount, and find to stay here. If you have tighter hamstrings, tighter inner groin, don't push it. Your hands back here, and you push down through your thigh bones and reach out through the legs. If there's room to move, then the hands come forward. You don't have to go very far ever. All right, from here, come on up. Help your legs together. Use your hands. And you lay down on your back. And you can come into happy baby if that feels good on your body. If happy baby isn't like a great pose for you, you can hug your knees. You might just take a little stir of your hips in both directions. And maybe you like happy baby and you want to stretch out and take one leg out and then the other, rocking yourself a little bit. Do what feels really good and right to your body. And from there, invite you to come into Shavasana. If your body wants one more twist, we did a lot of twists today, but you might want to take a twist on your back as you move towards Shavasana. And I'll be leaving you here for your rest. And please take your time. I like to give you the space to just be. So you could set a timer, give yourself this opportunity to rest. Namaste.